once again welcome to the concept of differentiation under integral sign. So as we have seen the concept of differentiation under integral sign and we have solved the couple of examples on the single parameter. Now it's time to see the example based on multiple parameters. So for that, here we have a question where we have to prove that the value of this integral is 1 by 2 log of b square plus lambda square whole upon a square plus lambda square. Now guys, here in this integral we have two parameters a and b and we have to prove this result. So whenever we have multiple parameters, then how should we apply the rule of DUIS to get the value? So the trick is simple. Whatever things that we have done to get the answer by using DUIS in a single parameter will follow the similar steps. So I'll show you the steps which we had followed in single parameter. So here you can see that we had followed 5 steps to solve the sums or the numericals based on single parameter. So the first step was consider the given integral as I of alpha, where alpha is a parameter, and make it as equation number 1. Now in our case we have parameters as a and b, you all can see here. So instead of taking that alpha as a parameter, we may take a as a parameter or b as a parameter. So here you can see that I have considered a as a parameter, and here I have written that let I of a is equal to integral 0 to infinity cos lambda x upon x into e raised to minus ax minus e raised to minus bx dx, and I'll say this as equation number 1. Now let's come to the point number 2 or the step number 2. So now we will apply the rule of DUIS on equation number 1 and we'll find out the value of di upon dA. Here it is alpha, but in our case it will be di by dA. So let's apply it. So here I'll say applying DUIS on equation number 1 with respect to A. And now I'll solve this equation number 1 by DUIS. So here I'll get di by dA equals to integration from 0 to infinity. Now in the rule of DUIS we find out the partial differentiation under the integral sign. So here I'll say it is dou by dou A of the function which is given there, that is cos of lambda x whole upon x into e raised to minus ax minus e raised to minus bx dx. Now by differentiating this function partially with respect to a, we will get cos of lambda x upon x as constant. For this e raised to minus ax, the differentiation would be e raised to minus ax into the derivative of this part which is minus x into dx, and integral is from 0 to infinity. Now here we can cancel this x and x and we can take this negative sign outside, and in the integration we'll get e raised to minus ax cos lambda x. So it is equal to, or di upon dA is equal to integration 0 to infinity, minus sign outside, e raised to minus ax into cos of lambda x dx. And now we'll solve this integration. So if you see the function carefully guys, then it is a standard property of integration. So here I'll use it. So minus sign as it is, and by that property here we will get e raised to minus ax upon a square plus b square. But here in our case the second variable or second constant I would say here is lambda. So instead of b square I'll say it is lambda square. So it is just a simple property which you all have studied in 12th standard, or I might be in the 11th standard. So it is a square plus lambda square in bracket minus a cos of lambda x plus lambda into sine of lambda x from 0 to infinity. Now let's apply upper and lower limit. So negative sign as it is. When we'll put the upper limit as infinity in the value, then e raised to minus infinity will become 0, middle sign negative, then we'll put the lower limit as 0, so here e raised to 0 will be 1 upon a square plus lambda square, and here if we'll put 0, then cos 0 is 1, here we will get minus a, sin 0 is 0, so the second term is 0. Now let's solve this. So here this minus and minus will become plus, and again we have a negative sign, so that will become negative a by a square plus lambda square, and this is di by dA. So here we got the value of di by dA. Now let's come to the step number 3. So as per the step number 3, now we'll integrate the both sides to get the value of I of alpha, that is I of A again, and we'll make it as equation number 2. So here I'll say integrating both sides, we will get I of A equals to, now here negative sign outside, A upon A square plus lambda square into dA. Now the question is, what is the integration of this term? So to get the integration, here we'll apply the property of integration. So you all must be knowing the property, that is integration of f dash of x by f of x is nothing but log mod f of x plus c. So if you will observe here, then this denominator I'll consider it as f of x, and its derivative must be present in the numerator. So derivative of this term is 2a, and the derivative of lambda is 0, lambda square is 0. So here I must have 2a to apply the property, and to get 2a over here I'll multiply the numerator and denominator with 2. So I'll rewrite this term as minus 1 by 2. So see, here I am multiplying the denominator with 2, and when we'll multiply numerator with 2, here we will get 2a, and then property can be applied, so we'll get answer as log mod a square plus lambda square plus c. So here we got the value of I of a, and we'll call it as equation number. Now after this, let's follow the next step. Then we have to substitute some value of alpha, in our case it is a, in equation 1 and 2, and we have to find out the constant of integration c, and then again we'll substitute that value of c in equation 2 to get the final value of integral. So let's start with the step number 4. So if you'll see the equation number 2 and this equation number 1, then we have to decide some value of a such that this integral will be a finite integral. So guys, here we will put a as b. So by substituting a as b, here we will get e raised to minus bx, and e raised to minus bx will be cancelled. Here we will get 0, and I of a will become 0. And similarly we can put here a as b, so here also we'll get the finite value. So let's start. So here I'll say put a equals to b in equation number 1 and 2. So from 1 we will get I of b equals to 0, and from 2 we will get I of b equals to minus half log of b square plus lambda square plus c. Now guys, from 1 we got I of b as 0, so we'll put this value 0 over here. So we'll get 0 equals to minus half log of b square plus lambda square. We'll send it on the left hand side, so we will get value of c as positive half log of b square plus lambda square. So now we will put this value of c in equation 2 again to get the final value of integral. So this is the equation number 2. So here at c I'll put this value of c. So we will get from equation number 2, I of a is equal to negative half log of a square plus lambda square plus c. So value of c is this. So 1 by 2 log of b square plus lambda square. So guys, now from these two terms I can take 1 by 2 outside, and we'll get log of b square plus lambda square and negative log of a square plus lambda square, and that together can become a formula of log of b square plus lambda square upon a square plus lambda square. So here I have applied the formula of log a minus log b equal to log a upon b. So here we got the value of I of a. Now guys, if you see the question, then we have to prove this as half log b square plus lambda square upon a square plus lambda square, and we got that result over here. So here we have seen that how to apply the DUIS on multiple parameters to get the value of integral. So if you like this video and you want to learn more concepts and numericals based on engineering mathematics, and if you want the updates about the engineering mathematics, then do not forget to log in to ekeeda.com and learn the magic of mathematics. Thank you.